It's, I think, widely accepted that an organisation that does health and safety well will be a better organisation in many respects. It will be more efficient, more productive, and therefore hopefully more profitable. Which is why I still scratch my head when I speak to people within businesses who don't seem to have yet accepted that. Pretty much sure that most people in this room are very familiar with the IOD Health and Safety Commission guidance. In essence, a business can only do what it is driven to do by those that lead and drive that business, the directors and the senior management. And actually, one of the criticisms I have of this guidance is that it can be mistaken for being guidance just to directors. And I think that is a bit of a shame, because it's not just the directors that lead a business. The senior management, the senior execs are also really part and parcel of that. But within this quote from the guidance, there's quite an important, I think, point to draw. Strictly speaking, there is no express legal duty falling upon a director with regard to health and safety. That said, I have to say, the introduction of the Health and Safety Offences Act and imprisonment for more health and safety offences seems to have made more directors sit up and take note, so maybe that's enough, but we will see. So one of the things that I've been encouraging clients to do is to say at the board level is, well, okay, what do you think you should be doing? What do you think you are doing? And sort of quizzing the directors and extracting from them their understanding of what they are and should be doing. But then asking exactly the same questions to the workforce and comparing the answers. And what you do is you find where the gaps are in that perception. And that allows a sophisticated, intelligent board to review what they're doing, what their approach is, and to correct those gaps. And that's good from a health and safety performance perspective, but also, and I am a defence lawyer, it also helps you deal with those disgruntled employees. They are less likely to be saying things like they don't take it seriously if you're trying to identify and close those perception gaps. Almost every board that we deal with, yes, they express a desire to show strong leadership, but how active do they really want to be? I question that sometimes. Worker involvement, again, as a concept, most boards that we speak to or deal with, they get that point. But again, how interested are they in really acting on it? How interested are they in, for example, differentiating between very good, bespoke, quality training and just off the shelf? Well, sometimes I suspect they're not so worried about the slightly more expensive, more quality training, and as long as they're going through the motions and getting the off the shelf, sometimes that seems to be all they're really interested, which I think is a fundamental error. It is in the whole organisation's interest to do health and safety well. Most people will say they believe in that, but saying and doing are two very different things. My key criticism of boards is that having put a lot of energy, time and resource into setting things up and setting things in motion, getting people in, competent people to, I suppose, sort them out, they forget about it. And they're not very good at all at the monitoring, and certainly not very good at the review. And they need to take a look at themselves periodically and ask, are we doing things right? And do our people think we're doing things right? Because if they don't, it doesn't matter what we think as directors, we can't have got it right.